everyone and welcome back to the Road to Stardom Career Mode, everyone. Episode 14 of the series, where today we are here with a special edition of the series. We are here for the second contracts episode of this career mode. The first time we've ever had a second contracts episode in a series. I'm very much happy that we've got to this position, but we are here. There is a lot to discuss in this episode, of course, as we delve into the contracts and who we're going to keep, who we're going to cut, and which players are currently on the fence for either. Before we delve into that, we can see down the bottom that Robbie O'Donnell, Jameson, Keane, Ferguson have all been selected by the New Zealand squad for the One Day World Cup. Yes, indeed, we have the One Day World Cup in which, yes, Ireland made it before Australia did in this career mode. It was kind of crazy. If you didn't see what happened there, definitely look at the last episode. They made the World Cup instead of Australia, did Ireland, and it's exciting to see them here. But we can see that the New Zealand squad is very much interesting, especially when Robbie O'Donnell has not played a one-day international match in his entire career, and he's been sent to the World Cup, with Keane only having one match. Interesting scenes indeed. I don't think that would be realistic in real life at all. Let's actually go through and have a look what we are dealing with in terms of the contracts for every player, because straight away, here's an update. The New Zealand contracts have changed. We go to Martin Guptal. He was a New Zealand contracted player last season. We click on personal. He's got a salary. It's got a contract for 2 years. He has a salary of $38,000. He is no longer contracted by New Zealand cricket in this game. So that is definitely something to ponder whether we do keep him or not, since we can technically cut him from the list right now. Will O'Donnell, of course. That's right, he did get New Zealand contracted. He has played a few international matches, not too many. There is no way we are going to cut him. He is definitely going to be staying. Well, we can't cut him even if we wanted to, and we definitely won't be anyways. Robbie O'Donnell is indeed New Zealand contracted. Jameson has 1 more year on his contract, but it is New Zealand contracted as well, which is awesome to see. Simon Keane, a massive, massive surprise, I must say. He has a New Zealand contract. He is playing international cricket for New Zealand, and in fact, not test matches, which is very bizarre. Lockie Ferguson isn't actually New Zealand contracted, which is quite a surprise to me, considering he is in the World Cup squad. I'm not going to complain too much because I know the quality that Lockie possesses, and without further ado, let's get into the contracts period. Well, in recruitment news, Delport has retired. He wasn't even that old either. He was only like 34 or so. But anyway, Delport is out, and now we have to decide who's going to stay and who's going to go. No, we screwed up the youth again. Gonna have to up that youth budget for next year. I somehow also forgot to mention the vote was 60% wanted one format, because of course we are getting a brand new format after we came second in the Ford Trophy last season, and unfortunately for the first class format we're gonna have to wait because 60% of you wanted to see the Super Smash in the career mode. 2 outs, gotta be. Saifuddin, Yazir Ali, both gonna be selected by Bangladesh, so we're probably not going to select either one of them. There you go, internationals and the Bangladesh T20 League as well. We're not going to go for Ridlington, so we get a chance to cut the list down. I don't think I'm going to be needing Matt Bacon this season. I think Coates will have to go. We need to look for players who are going to be special players, and I don't think either of those players are that special. I think Ellis will get cut as well. We're really cutting the list down, I feel, but I feel it's the right choice. Lockie is going to stay for 3 more years at the Aces. I think we'll pick up Solier again because he's cheap. For 1, and 2, he's an all-rounder, so he can offer us different dimensions of his game, whilst being an opener as well. So I've cut 2 of the 3 youngsters that I picked for bats last season to try and refresh the list. I don't want to commit to Martin Guptal. He's just starting to drop off. That's the only reason I'm really not convinced on Guptal. And it's because cricket captain in this game, if you are 37, 38 or beyond especially, you really struggle to get runs and wickets consistently at that sort of age in the game. And at the end of the day, it's hard to cut him when our only other opener, Will O'Donnell, is New Zealand contracted, so he might not even be there. So he's got to play, I think, this season, Guptal, and we're going to try and buy 1 more opener in the contracts moving forwards. Briggs is going to stay over Ben Horn. He was quite average. Briggs was quite good, actually. I was pleasantly surprised with Briggs' performances. Surprisingly here, I looked at Mendes' stats, especially second 11. 60, 49, and 35 scream massive potential from the 19-year-old Amish Mendes. And so I'm actually going to keep him as a T20 only player. And if he does well, then maybe I'll upgrade him in future seasons to a main contract. Very much got some good promise. I'm going to keep him around for that reason. We're going to keep everyone else here. I really wanted to cut a few more players, including like Lister, etc. But I genuinely feel like I'm scared of running out of money to buy the rest of the squad back. So I'm going to keep what I've got. Okay, and we're going to play on. All out-of-contract players will now leave the club. So Ferguson's keen, Briggs is keen, Solly is keen, Mendes is keen, and we play on. To the big stage. Okay, there's a lot of potential here. Already I can see Will Young is out of a contract, which is huge news going around the grounds. And we've got our overseas players here. Andre Russell, definitely a lot of players I recognize and a lot I don't. Okay, so first of all, this is the squad that we've got going at the moment. We are looking for another T20 only, a reserve player and an overseas player, as well as the rest of the slots that we need to fill out. The youth selection list here will fill out, but let's look at the domestic first. Blair Tickner got left out. He was excellent, really. 44 in the one-day stuff. He was phenomenal from memory. Wait, oh, this is this year, which means he's already playing county cricket. I mean, if you're playing county cricket, usually that's a good sign. Is anybody else playing county cricket? No. So he's the only one in the whole New Zealand list who's played county cricket this year. Because we're looking at players who they kind of say they're contracted but aren't playing. Like Moeen Ali. He's played only a couple of games, yeah. 22-15. That is cooked. Oh my gosh, that is cooked for sure. Definitely on the lookout for him. Okay, this will give us a bit more of an indication of where everyone's at. I'm surprised once again that David Lowe has been let go. Perhaps it's because his salary went up to 47 from 29. So whoever it was with didn't want to pay the contract amount. Martin Owen, I'm a big fan already. 43? He's the best keeper in the whole country, I think, at the moment then. Goodness me. And he hasn't played a game, no? No. And he has... Oh my gosh, okay. So definitely have to look at him then. Not the greatest fan of the all-rounders, I have to say. Every time we took on David Lowe's Northern District side, we mentioned the fact that we could have got him and we didn't. And yet here he is right now. His second 11 stats are unprecedented. It screams greatness, and yet he's been released after just one season. His price is hefty, but it's almost a price I'm willing to pay. Looking at the bowling here, who's this? Chivers? 17, 19, 15? Okay, well, you're on the list. Tickner is another one who's performed well at domestic level before. We'd like one more opener ideally in the first class format. And looking at how he fits that job, Chivers, 100% we have to go for as the bowler. Like, that is quality in every degree. I think first up we go for him. He's another fast bowler, so I'm not a fan of going for him, for the reason that our spinners are kind of left out again, but he rounds out our pace attack very nicely. Now we just need probably another spinner. Why grab Will Young if you can grab Will Young's younger self? It's very crazy. There's a certain part of me that just knows he's going to be a black cap in the future, and so I'm 100% down to watch it happen in the Auckland Aces side. I'm putting my squad size in jeopardy of not making 22 this season, but for David Lowe, it would be worth it. Chivers is on board. Oh no, Lowe, you can't. Oh my gosh. No, we can't do Lowe. There's no way. There's too much money involved. I knew it. Oh, that's so disappointing. Lowe's going to go again. But just when we think we can grab him, the Northern Districts have offered 48 and the Central Districts 53. That is huge money. Okay, here are the contracts coming in. Not too many surprises. Andrew Ty is an overseas player once again, though. Okay, trying to see any outstanding contract offers. I can't really see anything right this second. Although these are mainly retainees, though. These are all retainees. I would have really, really liked David Lowe. I think Martin Owen, for what he gives, for 19,000, absolute steal at this point. Gonna give him 3 years, and I'm gonna give him a crack in the keeping role, and we'll see how he does. Has there been anybody else dropped in? Whoa! 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 Hold the phones, everybody. Whoa. I was just going to say, has anybody else been dropped into the contracts list? You betcha. Oh, gosh, okay. And now we've got Dane Cleaver, who's getting contract offers from both Canterbury and Central Districts. I'm going to have to think about a few things here, and one of them is think about this player right down here, Trent Bolt. The Northern Districts want him for 38.5. Is he still New Zealand contracted? He's got to be, right? I didn't actually see him in the World Cup squad. He might not be playing for New Zealand. So I've just had a look at whether Trent Bolt's going to accept an offer, and you can actually see here, when it gives you numbers, you're good. If it doesn't, it's not going to work. So Trent Bolt, unfortunately, looks like he's not going to take the money. So we're not going to do that, which is very sad. Trent Bolt wants to go back to Northern Districts. Fair play. I really did want to have a crack at him, but it's not going to be. It's a bit of a cheat code. You can kind of... Oh, what? Now it's giving me a number. Oh my gosh, you're not doing this to me, game. What have I done? Am I actually going to get Trent Bolt? There's no way, right? There's no way. We're going to go for Owen, and I guess, crazy as it sounds, I'm going to try and see if I can get Trent Bolt. Because it is Trent Bolt. He's probably New Zealand contracted, but I don't know if he is. I'm not convinced. And just in case he accepts, we're going to take him for 3 years. I don't think he's going to accept, though. So, we'll see. I don't know. Something tells me he's not going to accept. Alright, you know what? Let's just find out. Owen's on board. No way! We did it! Oh no! I'm gonna be broke. I didn't expect him to take the money. Trent Bolt is going to play for the Auckland Aces? Lowe's gone to the Central Districts. Sad times, but the money involved was far over our Auckland Aces heads. And now, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We have Simon Keane, Kyle Jamieson, Lockie Ferguson, and Trent Bolt all in the same team. This is phenomenal. This is outstanding. Okay, I need to go for some bats here because we have pulled off the steal of the century, Trent Bolt. I cannot believe he got let go. Will Young is going to go to Wellington for 59,000. I'm kind of try and look and see if we can pinch one of the youngsters and see if anybody else wants a youngster and then go for them pretty much. Whoa! Oh my gosh. I've never seen numbers so high. These are incredible numbers. I cannot believe them. 78, did you say? That's actually higher than Joe Root. Joe Root's second level one day is 88? See, I think Wally is the go here. I just double checked the all-rounders. They're all going to be away, so there's no point. So I think we're going to go for Wally here, which is quite incredible. He's really going to add some depth to our batting across the whole season, and I'm really looking forward to it. He's got 55 average at second level one-day level, and then 44 at second level T20. He does want to open, which is not ideal, but he's just going to be something else in this team, I think. We've got the keepers sorted. We've got the batting sorted. Now, I think we just need an overseas reserve. They probably won't let me pick a player who is more expensive than my reserve player. I think that's probably the rule as well. So we've got to be mindful of that. So Wally's going to be the main, 100%. We're offering 22, so we've still got 66 to give. We've got 8 rounds left. Let's just roll it by. Yep, we're going to sign Wally as the main overseas player this season. Massive signing on that occasion. Ben Horn, gone to the Volts. Worker, Will Young to the Firebirds. Walker back to Northern Districts. Banerjee to the Volts. Ellis has gone to the Central Districts. Okay, a surprise to be honest, but it's good to see. Greer has gone to Canterbury. Okay, 66 left. We can't sign any higher than 22 though. 36, 30? That's okay. That's a reserve. We'll take it. Yep. Sign you up as a reserve. That seems fine to me. Okay, cool. And that signs. Okay. Walsh as a reserve. Okay, cool. And that means we're up to 21. We've got 1 player left to sign. Then we've got 1 T20 player only and 66,000 still yet to use. So we can really pick up some of the youngsters if we really wish. And I do wish to do so. So let's go for Mahedi. Oh, he's going to Canterbury. Surprisingly, I think the best fit for my team is actually Andre Russell. Age 35. Legendary Andre Russell, of course. He's got a legendary strike rate of 170 in the T20 format. I actually think he's the best fit because of the lack of all-rounders in the team. So I think he's going to suit the team well, especially with the 2 batters here. We've got plenty of bowlers down here. I think Andre Russell the fit, and he's only 25,000. And that is going to round out my international signings. So I'm going to go for Russell. Okay, Russell's on board. Burns goes to Otago and Matt McGowan to Northern Districts. So now I'm just going to try and look around and see what we can grab from here on in with 41,000. We've got Danny Ellis, averages 23, 22, and 22. So he's okay. We kind of want another spinner in the squad. So I think we're going to go for him. We just need to make sure we can grab him, which currently we cannot. We might have to lower Hal's here. We're really having to play around with the money situation because we are in dire straits. That's a long way under these two's level here, but I'm hoping Hal's is a replacement for Martin Guptal. We just have to try and get their offers across the line. What? Oh my gosh! It's a miracle! They just accepted straight out the gate. Tickner did go to the Northern Districts. We did consider picking him up, but we just couldn't fit him in because Trent Bolt. I mean, yeah, it seems to be the way. This video is once again very long, and I do apologize. I've probably cut it all down, but that is the end of the contracts list. I truly am bemused that we got Trent Bolt. What an absolute steal. Is he New Zealand contracted? He's not New Zealand contracted. Okay, a lot of our list seems unavailable right now, but that's okay. We're going to simulate forwards to the first game of the Plunket Shield, and the World Cup's going on in the background. Go New Zealand. We win. I saw we won a couple, and then it was over. Trent Bolt being injured is a real struggle. We've only got one physio session because we had to sacrifice it to get a few more extra players, and I'm very excited to pick up Martin Owen, one of the better keepers going around, who actually might be better than Briggs. To be honest. Is he actually? He's actually better than Briggs. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So a lot to look forward to across our list. Let's go over New Zealand's World Cup campaign. 320 for 9 against Ireland. Lockie was fantastic though. 3.8 and over. We did beat Pakistan. De Grandam got 5 for 48 and we won by 18 runs. Very good game. We're 2 from 2. New Zealand lost to India though. New Zealand beat Sri Lanka by 142. Wow, the batting. 360 for 3 and 50 overs. Even though Keane went for 66 runs, he got 3 wickets. And that leaves us right now. We're top. New Zealand are top of the world. Let's go. Get around it. 3-1 on the World Cup board right now. That is crazy scenes. Oh no, we lost some games. We were first and now we've lost some games against Afghanistan. That's a big loss. A big win for Afghanistan against New Zealand. A historic one for them. Oh, we've had a couple of Plunket Shield games as well in the background. Low. Makes a second 50 or second 100. Got a duck and 111. West Indies beat New Zealand. Matt Henry 5, but it wasn't enough. We beat Bangladesh. And we must be doing okay on the World Cup standings. Yes, we're in second place. Very, very tight going into the back half of the World Cup. And that's going to be the end of the contracts episode, everyone. This is our final team. And it may not look like it right now, but I think it's a legendary one at that. In terms of we've picked up a lot of players who replaced a lot of our players who were either cut or retired in Delport's case, or are away on international duty. The fact that we have Trent Bolt is phenomenal. We managed to get Owen, who's going to look like a solid keeper to the list as well as Howells and Wally as our main overseas player, who looks very, very good. To round out a very good squad selection all round, I'm pretty happy with how we ended there. It wasn't perfect. We've got Danny Ellis, who isn't the best spinner going around, but I will say that overall, I am happy enough that we have got a team together that should be very competitive this season to help the Auckland Aces hopefully get closer to going through. Oh my gosh, the bonuses on the Super Smash were just 4,000. Yep, we need to improve on that. That's probably where we lost a lot of our money. Anyways, that's actually going to be the end of the first episode of the second season, everyone. If you want to see how the second season will play out, then definitely check out the next episode when it drops. And until then, everyone, take care.